Hi guys. There we go. I actually have light on me. So this video this time is going to be about the eventful I don't know how long it's been. I was trying to think, I'm just like, I can't even remember when this all started. It started pretty much right when I got home. So I get home and the house was worse off than I was planning for it to be. I know the dogs are terrors and they, make a mess of everything. Like, I'm not getting everything. And so I wasn't surprised that they probably would make a mess or something. But no, they made a worse mess because they got out of their gate. So we have a gate right in front of our kitchen, so that way they can't get out and destroy everything in the house. Yeah, well, apparently these suckers, the doctor, what doctor? um, but apparently they figured out how to climb over the gate that I have I wasn't here and ran downstairs and tore up shoes and tore up stuff out of the trash. It was all mess. Just horrifying. So I had to clean that up. Then after that, I come in here. I was going to make a video about it, but then I got sidetracked. Yes, the dogs are traumatizing me. Always traumatizing me. I'm not kidding. But so after the traumatizing dog incident, I started practicing for my acuplacer so I can raise that math test up. I mean, you can tell I really went for it. And then I figured, oh yeah, I also have to get my CDL license, which means I need to practice my CDL test so I can take the test, so I can get the permit, so I can go. Stop it! So I can go and get the permit and get my job that I have on hold. It's a job that I have, but I don't officially get hired until I have the permit. So it's a job that they're willing to hire me on, but I don't have the permit. So it's just like I've been looking for other jobs just because I was waiting for my birth certificate. It was a whole deal. I finally get my birth certificate and everything, and I just figured, oh yeah, today would be the day to go take the test. No, I was so wrong. Today was not the day to go take a test. Today was supposed to be a day of just relaxing. Yeah, no, that didn't work out. So I go to I practiced the test. I took all 3 sections I had to do because it's a school bus driver, and I passed them all except one. I was only a question off, so I figured I'm ready to go. Okay, get there. I have to change over my driver's license to a Wisconsin one. So of course I have to deal with that. Then I finally get over to the section where they're like, okay, check your eyes, blah blah blah. And then they get to, oh, your address. So I show them the sheet that they told me when I transferred my registration on my car that I can bring in to show proof of address because I don't get bills to myself. Stop it! I don't get bills to myself whatsoever. They're on my mom's name right now because I'm still living with her at the moment. Don't judge me. And they told me it didn't work. I was like, wait, I was here literally just a month ago, and now you're telling me I can't use the exact same item that you told me I could use for my address? They're like, oh, it's something else that was supposed to come in the mail. I'm like, are you kidding? Do you know how long the mail takes half the time? I'm still waiting on other things. So that's what I think. I like driving. I love driving. So I figured I can get paid for a living to drive it, but I do not want to do an Uber because my car is too broken down to even be an Uber. So there's just no point in that. So why not just be a school bus driver? I like kids, so that worked out. So anyways, back to my long-winded story. So I had to run back to the house here. I had to print off a statement or something. I had to do something. I had to find documentation that said it was my address. The only other documentation other than my bank statement would have been the birth certificate email letter thing that they sent with it. But it was so faded, you could barely tell it had words. I mean, you could kind of see them if you like focused and like shifted it a little bit, but you couldn't actually just look at it and be like, oh, that's the address, blah, blah, blah. So get all that, get back into my car. The dogs are out of the gate again. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. Leave them in here. They just won't be able to go outside to use the bathroom. Because I was in a rush. I was just like, I love you, dogs. You have food. You have water. You just won't be able to access the outside. Oh, well. So I close everything off, make sure they can't reach anything too damaging. Run over, go, and they're like, okay, well, we get through the process. I'm waiting, and then they're like, you got you got like maybe 30 minutes to take this test, and it has 50 questions. And I also have to take two other parts of the test. The general 50, and then the other ones are like shorter than that, I guess. And they're like, so which ones do you want to do? I'm just like, I guess the general, because you need that one first. So I'm like, okay, the general. I get to the test and I'm like, what is this? I've been practicing all the tests that are on the DMV site. And yet, when I get to the actual test at the DMV, what do I behold? None of it makes sense. I'm like, what is this gibberish? Like, this is not right. I don't understand it. And then I have like this dude's voice who talks super slowly so you can understand everything he is saying. And I'm reading too fast and I'm trying to figure out the answer as he's trying to tell me the question, and it messed me up on like at least 3 questions. So there goes 3 of my 10. And that it was just all bad. It was just terrible. I think I was just rushing it so I can get this job because I want money. I need to be paid so I can actually leave the house and do something. I would like to go out of this house and do something. I don't even care what it is. I'll go to a park. I just would like to have money in my pocket. So yeah, so I believe I just rushed it mainly and had a lot of energy to the point I had anxiety during the test. That's what I'm saying. I take the acuplacer, don't pass that. Right after, I mean, I've taken the acuplacer twice. And the first one I took was right out of high school, and I still failed it. I was like, are you kidding me? What? How does that make sense? I still bombed the math part. And I'm great at math, especially what they're testing us on in the actually in the acuplacer, which is like geometry, algebra. Well, it's not really. I mean, it's a little geometry, but it's like algebra. It's like basic math and stuff. So I should be able to pass that with no problem. Of course I can't, because just a month or two without math, and all of a sudden I become dumb or something, which sucks. Right? That's what I'm saying. I love math, and yet I fail math. How does that happen? I love reading. Yes, I passed the reading section. I love writing, but I don't love writing enough to do the writing that they're talking about. The writing section structure is what they're doing, and I don't care about sentence structures. If I can say the word instead of saying I don't care about those and everything. So it's not like it's the fun reading or the fun writing. It's the school. Those are the 2 things I'm not good at. And yet the one thing I like that I know I'm good at, I can't pass. It's frustrating, yes. Yes, it does count as a fail. I always fail. You'll notice it. Even if I don't catch them, I can still catch them later. I sometimes watch my own videos just to double check. But the whole point of this being called what it is because without even trying, it just happens. I'm an English speaker. I've been speaking English my entire life, but I swear gibberish comes out my mouth sometimes. You never know. I mean, maybe it's just because I talk too fast, or it's just how I talk. But it gets all over the place to the point where I make sense to myself, and people are like, wait, what? I'm like, I told you. And they're like, no, that's not what you said. I'm like, really? Huh. Oh, well. So yeah, failed that, got home. Oh yeah, the other big part about being out of the house and dealing with everything that was going on was the fact that my car is broken. Like, I mentioned my car is bad, but right now it's super bad. It's to the point every time my car, I can start it if I haven't driven it for hours, like hours and hours. Like, I drove it last night, so I went to drive it this morning. It worked. I get to the college, let it sit. I'm gone for 3 hours, then I come back to the car. I start it, and the thing's dead. Oh yeah. So now I'm so glad I already knew what to do. I have a little charger box and everything. So I have to put the charger cables on the thing, let it sit, turn it on, take the charge off, and put it back into the car and drive home. Well, if I had to get back into my car, it works after, for some reason, it works when I have to go to the DMV. Weird. So cool. Go to the DMV. When I had to leave the DMV to come here for the paperwork, I had to put the wires on, start my car, take the wires off. Oh yeah, it was fun. And then when I got back, I left my car running this time. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not turning off my car just for it to die again. That's going to waste more time. So I just let it sit, got the paperwork, and left. So when I left the DMV, I had to do the entire process over again. I was like, this is ridiculous. It's not. It's not the alternator. It's the positive wire that hooks onto the battery that has to be tightened and stuff is probably loose. Shh. Hey! It's probably loose to the point that it slides off and on. Like, it literally comes off of that silver thing if I slide it. So I have a piece of stick keeping it there while and keeping it in place, and then I put the chargers on. So it's just the positive wire. I had to switch them out because you can see the little red, like, coils and stuff like that. It's really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. And for Christmas, my mom's husband decided to get me wires for my car. I'm like, great. So are you going to put them on my car? Because I don't know how to use them. He's like, well, guess you need to learn. I'm like, great. So of course I haven't put them on my car because I don't know how to. And then of course he hasn't because he's away. And so it's just been a whole ordeal and everything. And my car is just my car. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Me and my mom have been thinking maybe we should just trade in my car, get a new one. There's so many good parts in that car that were so expensive. I'm not kidding. There's like a new alternator in there. There's a new starter in there. There's new spark plugs in there. I've changed the oil. I mean, the car, I feel like the car is new, but it doesn't look like it really is how I should put it. Oh, do you hear that? There's no sound because I have treats and they know it. I can make my dog shake. I'm going to probably put that in a video one of these times. I got one of them to learn to shake. I got the other one to learn to I got them all to learn how to lay down to get a treat. But that's a pretty much basic. I know, I probably should. I probably will. I'm just saying, I would prefer a new vehicle. That's just my opinion. My car is so old. Like, my back right tire constantly gets flat. But the catch is there's nothing wrong with the tire. Absolutely nothing. I've taken that exact same tire over to two different dealerships, and they keep telling me there is nothing wrong with the tire. It's just low on air. And it's the only tire out of all the tires on my car that actually loses air pressure. I'm like, how does that make sense? That's just my life, really. To put it simply, that's just how my life works. Just simple little things. Just the little things get to happen to me. And then, of course, all the big things happen around to everybody else. So, yeah. I think that's it, unless you have something else to say, Deandre. I have a lot of energy, if you hadn't noticed. I'm just like kind of all wired up, which is weird because maybe it's because I haven't done anything for the past week, but I've been house sitting, making sure no one comes into the house since the last time and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, and I only do the live videos just because I want to mention this. It is because it's easier. Plus, you actually pay attention sometimes, so it's nice. Oh yeah, of course I am better. What are you talking about? If you must not know me, honestly. I am a very positive, happy person. I always have been. Well, that's not true. There has been a time where I haven't been. That's another story. But I'm now a very positive, happy, upbeat person. And a lot of things I don't let a lot of things get to me. Half the time, I don't even realize they could get to me. I'm kind of a little bit oblivious, or I just don't care, and so it looks like I'm oblivious to things. So even if something like this happens, I tend to bounce back real quick. I mean, I'll have my moments though every so often, and I'll, get like have to take a moment, but then I'm totally fine. It's just the kind of person I am. I mean, I can be sad about something, but give me just a few minutes with a book. I'm going to be laughing my butt off. I don't care what. If it's a funny part in a book and we just argued 2 seconds ago, I will laugh. I don't care because that's just me. I automatically calm down and I feel better. But I taught myself how to do that. It's not something you can learn it too, but you have to really teach yourself how to be positive and not let everything get to you, because then you always are miserable. And I'd rather just be a happy goofball instead of a miserable person. So, yeah, it does suck. And it hurts. I'm just like, I feel so bad. And I just want to hug those people every time. Like, my friends are just like, no, don't. I have to hug them. And then just hanging out with me, literally they get better. So that's nice. I'm just like, I'll be your shining armor and I'll just deal with it. And I can't even say what I'm trying to explain. I'm just making crap up. But yeah, I don't like it when people are sad. I do have one friend, right? I found out yesterday we have been friends for 6 years and we've never met in person once. But we video chatted and all that fun stuff. So yes, he's real and I know he's real. But he and I have been friends for 6 years, but he has deep, deep depression, which makes me sad because I am like that. I feel like I'm the happiest person in the world half the time. And then I talk to her, I'm like, why are you so miserable? What can I do to help you? And then I do help, and it lightens up his mood a little bit as long as I talk to him. So even a little help is better than none, in my opinion. So I also believe I have a tendency to befriend the people who don't have as much happiness in their life. Um, Not always. I just feel that way. Or no, it's guys. I think it's guys. I think I have a bad picker. Now that I think about it, I think it's always been guys that I've been friends with or dated that always have something wrong with them. I don't know why that is. Now that I think about it, like my friend, he's always been just. I mean, there was a small thing like when we first started talking, but that's over and done with. But he has depression. My first boyfriend was a cheater, which means he has some issues, he has to deal with if he can't be committed, but he says he wants to. Maybe I just seem really nice, and that's why I attract sad people. Is that what you were trying to say? But like I was saying, where was I? These dogs keep getting me off track. So, for now, I'm always easy to talk to you. What are you talking about? I know I'm an open person. You can honestly tell me almost anything and I won't react in a bad way. I mean, that's just me though. I find that everybody has their own way and their own opinions, and you shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to wow, my brain is just wonky today. Maybe I'm finally getting out of this rut I've been in. Like, that would explain why I'm having so much delays in my conversation. Like, I've been, ever since I moved, I mean, I've kind of been out in a rut ever since I moved from Washington, now that I think about it. I mean, I was still active a little bit. I mean, I had a job in Maryland and all that stuff, but I as you can see, I'm having trouble again. I have great memory. I'm good at communication, but I'm having trouble right now. But I've had a rut since I've been left Washington, and I think I'm finally very slowly getting out of that rut, I think. And so my brain's just trying to keep up with me, and it's kind of backfiring, if you want to say it, like a car. It's just like, he's just like, oh, wait, you're going too fast for me. I'm trying to catch up. I just compared myself to a car. That's just sad. So, yeah. Hi, doggies. Yes. So, yeah. See, I remember there was a conversation before that. I could talk, honestly, to myself for the longest period of time. I probably could talk to anybody for the longest period of time because I can jump from random crap to random crap and it just works. So, but yeah, rut. That's what I was talking about. So rut from Washington to Maryland, and then by the time I got here, and the fact that I didn't have a job to jump right into or had places that wanted to hire me, has been kind of hard on me, I guess. And so I've become a really bad homebody, like super bad, like so bad. I literally sit and watch TV, and I know that sounds lazy because it is, and I already have the body that makes people think that I'm lazy, but I'm not that lazy usually. So just like now I look like it's a whole deal. So now that I'm like getting out college and getting that job ready and all that, so maybe what I'll have to do from now on is make more videos because I feel more active when I make videos. And I feel bad for you, D. Henry, because this is a 24-minute video live stream or whatever you want to call it, and you're still listening. Yes, yes. Slowly but surely things are coming together. Yeah. Maybe in another video, I will mention why I was in that rut. I'm sure I already know why. So, unless you want to know now. No one's ever going to watch this after I post it. But maybe I'll start, am I that interesting? See, you didn't even notice. I figured you were just there going, she talks a lot. Like, a lot. When will she be done? I mean, I'm not that entertaining to watch. It's just me and words. I mean, there's not even music in the background. I was thinking about adding music, but I didn't. But yeah, I was thinking I'll do more videos. I'll just do one a day, and they may be boring. They may not be. Who knows? Until I get that job, and I'll be practicing the test as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll just ask questions on my live stream as I'm practicing the test. I mean, I'm sure I could do it. Eventually, I want to learn how to make videos of my screen and, so you could see what I'm doing. But I haven't learned that yet. It's just a lot to learn. It's a lot. I don't understand how YouTubers can do it. Like, that YouTuber friend I mentioned before that you know about, D. Henry, he tells me exactly what he has to do, and I'm just like, what kind of life do you have? And he, of course, says none, because being a YouTuber, you have no life, almost. I mean, if you're super, 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 like, extremely popular, you don't have to make videos on a constant basis. But if you're starting off, your best bet is to constantly make videos every single day, so people can finally see you and it shows up. And I was like, that's just too much effort. It sounds great to be paid by them, but that's just too much effort to put in. It's just videos, you guys. Unless it's like Haunting of Sunshine Girl and she makes like these ghost videos. That's just effort too. D. Henry, you have left, which is okay. Yeah. I'm gonna end it here then. My life's getting back together. I had a wonky. Oh. This live stream thing, every time it says no people, you're here. And then it tells me there's a person. It's weird. It doesn't tell me when. YouTube, you need to stop it. I mean, I can end the video. I mean, I can keep talking. I know I can, and you probably should tell me to stop now, or this could be longer than it probably should be. So it's up to you. But yeah, I want to make videos. Ooh, I'm gonna get back into writing soon. I love writing. I've always been into writing, but I haven't been writing a lot because of the move. Again, because of the rut. Then I will end it here. Thank you for watching, and everybody else, whoever eventually watches it. That's it. My life's getting back together. I had a very eventful day. My car is absolutely terrible. The dogs are finally calm. And D. Henry is my only follower who actually cares. So that is what my life is. And yeah, cool. Bye. End live stream.